Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Mountain Man Monday. I'm your host, Mr. Mountain Man, coming to you live from the mountains of Western North Carolina. Today is live stream episode number 99. That's right, just one away from the big 100. And the date is December the 20th, 2021. I want to wish everyone a early Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. And like we always say here, I also hope everyone is having a great start to their week and a nice Monday. It's a little bit unseasonably warm during the days, but it's gotten cooler at night. So it's kind of feeling like Christmas time and starting to get into the season and enjoying it. Also wanted to start off the live stream. You know, we had a fellow YouTuber in the community here who had some terribly sad news this week over on our show, Our Story, and had been following updates. And unfortunately, Dr. J's wife had passed away a few days ago, and we are really saddened by that news. And just hearts and prayers go out to their family right now in this, I'm sure, incredibly difficult and trying time. So while there's a lot of positiveness and a lot of greatness going on in the season, there are some that are dealing with some difficult times, and specifically them. Dr. J and his family visit this channel often during these Mountain Man Monday live streams. And I'm sure that was more than a shock and very heavy and just a very difficult time to have to deal with this. And so again, our thoughts, prayers, hearts all go out to him and their entire family. So very sombering news. But you know, just getting together here on the Monday as we usually do, and hopefully we can get everyone to enjoy the end of this Monday and this very special week, which is Christmas week. And so just a few days away. Trying, as I've mentioned in the last few live streams, to soak it in, enjoy this time of the year, really savor it. And not so much about the presents and the things of that nature, the material side, but really, you know, what the spirit of Christmas, because that's what, you know, my family celebrates, and the importance of it, and you know, the new beginning and what it represents. And so just really a very nice week, and just looking forward to some family time. In fact, at the tail end of this, I'm going to watch a movie with the kids, so I'll probably make this go for about an hour. So let's say hello to some folks. Some folks rolled in here. Foxy Wolf is here. You better watch out. You better not cry. That's a great way to start. Better not pout. I'm telling you why. Mr. Mountain Man live stream is coming to town. We get the flex. I got the hammer over there, but the elf is visiting there, so I need to be careful not to disturb the elf. And so we'll just get the flex going tonight. Yeah, a few comments about what I led off with. It is sad. They are a wonderful family. And you know, was following the updates on the community tab. Yeah. And so again, our hearts, thoughts, and prayers go out to those such kind and wonderful people. Oh, by the way, Living Like Larry, hello. Glad you're on the live stream. AZ Rock, good evening to you as well. We got the Traveling Hoosier here. Hello, Mr. Mountain Man. Hello to you as well. Hope you all are doing well up in the Midwest. Love the new car. Yeah, and thanks for watching the video. So for those, I meant to put a post on the Mr. Mountain Man channel because not all the subscribers cross, although most of the people here subscribe to my other YouTube channel, The Eclectic Handyman. But a few weeks ago, I was doing housekeeping, and I had some Instagram pictures from out in the middle of nowhere, like Arkansas and Oklahoma. And people are like, what are you doing? I said, you got to follow The Eclectic Handyman to find out. I flew out there. I had tracked down a beautiful Shelby GT500 and bought it. And it's a used car. It's a 2009, low miles. It only had like 27,000 miles on it, and drove it back to North Carolina. What a fantastic trip. It was sunny the whole weekend. That was a that was a great experience, and it's a really cool car. I appreciate it. And of course, the Traveling Hoosier recently got a Mustang California Special CS, as they designate it. So folks are getting some cool cars these days. Cute Christmas tree. That stinker should have been there since after Thanksgiving. Every year, I put the fiber optic tree in this room, and I just nothing. There's just no excuse. It was just upstairs. I don't know. I love that thing. It really, right after Thanksgiving, we start decorating. I put up the fiber optic tree, and so I really like that thing. Some more comments about Dr. J and family. Yes, it was very sad, inspired by their strength. They did. I mean, if you read what they had, I mean, the strength that Dr. J was talking about, and their stability and their, Christianity and their belief and faith was admirable. I mean, just amazing because, it just, I mean, what a shock it must be to the family. Hey, Blondie, and got to Blondie and the Traveling Hoosier here. Hope you are doing well. Thank you for joining this evening. Yeah, don't send the elf on the shelf flying. The kids always looking for the elf, and so the elf, I think the elf is here tonight, maybe because I'm doing Mountain Man Monday, but I'm not sure. So hopefully I've got a good connection into Santa. We'll see. You are here from Ohio. Well, welcome back home for you, Larry. Glad that you are there. Here's an old face, an old friend of the channel. Haven't seen in a while. Vols fan in Ohio. Vols fan in Ohio has been I don't know, a subscriber or follower or whatever you say of the Mr. Mountain Man YouTube channel and my old Twitter account that got deleted. I remember, and I haven't seen you in some time. Happy that you're here. I don't know if you already jumped off because you said you're headed to bed. Want to jump in and say hi. Happy and safe holidays to you and your family, Mr. Mountain Man, and everyone here. Likewise to you as well. Yeah, you're in Ohio. I believe you're Cincinnati, actually, because you're usually giving me heck about the Bengals. And so anyway, I hope you have a wonderful holiday season. And thank you for stopping by and say hello. That's a treat. Thank you so much. New car is something else. I appreciate it. So I have, it was, my other old car, the 2001 Mustang Cobra. I had always said for the last 5 or 6 years, I think I even may have said it on here, that if I ever change cars, it would be a GT500. But little did I know, and I got very fortunate to get that GT500 KR. It's a very low number car with a additional specialty package put on it by Shelby of America. So anyway, it's a really fun and cool car. And as a Mustang enthusiast, it just fits the bill, and it's really cool. And also, whether you all are interested or not, some people might be like, oh, do you keep it in the garage under a cover? I drive it. It was raining yesterday. I drove it. Or 2 days ago or whatever it was. I drive it. I want to enjoy my cars. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you too, Blondie, as well. Yeah, definitely a lot of Christmas cheer, and hope everything's going well. The Traveling Hoosier named his Mustang after our granddaughter. That's an appropriate name. I think that's a great thing to do. Of course, the most famous, everybody Gone in 60 Seconds, Eleanor, and the old, what was it, the 67? Was it a GT500 or GT350? I forget. Let me see here. Eleanor, Gone in 60 Seconds. Oh, by the way, I went back. I don't watch my live streams over, but I do watch the beginning. And it's last week, the live stream started off terribly. It was all grainy and everything. I hope it's a little bit better this week. Eleanor is a 1967 Shelby GT500, the famous Eleanor car, or it's supposed to represent, is what it was supposed to be. So yes, naming your car is a great thing. I've never named my cars. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. Mr. Mountain going to put a muscle shirt on and take that flex muscle ride down to Myrtle Beach. If we go back, I might just have to. The story behind taking the Mustang to Myrtle Beach was always, as a kid sitting in the back seat of my parents' car and in the probably more like the early 90s and not having a license yet and admiring the Mustangs that would have been a Gen 3 Mustang of those time, kind of the boxier ones and the cool cars, and just thinking how neat it would be to be able to be down there with a cool car. Of course, no, I'm in the backseat of a car. And then my first car was okay. It was a Honda Prelude, but it was, whatever. So just kind of finally being like, all right, finally I can do that. That's why I always take the Mustang down there. Hit the big thumbs up. I appreciate it. Thank you for all the support of the channel. I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope every Mountain Man Monday is fun and entertaining and interesting, and we have good conversations. I enjoy the interaction through the chat. And for those that might be in the background, if you don't care to chat or you're listening like a podcast or something, hello to you. Hello to anybody that might be new to the channel. Welcome. And I hope you are having a wonderful day and week. You like the tree as well? Yes. There's an interesting comment. I can't wait for football to be over. Is it driving you nuts, Blondies? Because I love football, and except for when it makes me upset because my teams don't win. Is traveling Hoosier driving you nuts, or are you just sick of it because maybe your teams aren't doing well, or just that time of the year? It kind of stinks because it's so quick. If you think about it, football really starts in September, and by the end of December, other than the playoffs and Super Bowl, I mean, it's a pretty short. It's only a quarter or a third of the year. Low mileage, yes, 27,000 miles. So, yep, and you drive yours as well. Yeah, I mean, some people, would say like they buy cars because they're collector's items and they want to see if they go up in value, and that's fine. But preferably I would rather use different instruments of investing, namely, and most obviously would be like investing in the stock market or something like that, but not in a car. I don't ever have the hopes that a material item is actually going to go up in value, not knowing it could be a dud. You could, and all that time you don't get to enjoy it. But some people don't see it like that. They'd rather put it in the garage and never drive it when it rains or anything. Just take it to shows. Greeting Mr. Mountain Man and everyone in the chat, to you as well, Ted and Deborah Harrison. I hope you're having a great start to your week and a nice Monday. We got Rita here. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas, Mr. Mountain Man. Hope everyone is doing well. We are glad to have you here, Rita. I let it off with talking about Dr. J and his family. Rita was fortunate enough to actually visit over there. I believe it was Pigeon Forge. You guys went out for pizza. And so you got to visit with Dr. J's wife. And so I think you're very fortunate for that experience. And I know they really enjoyed having you per the video and your comments. And yes, everybody is doing well. I don't name my cars either. I remember the famous car, Christine. Does anyone else here? Ooh, Christine. Can I cheat and look it up? All right, let's see who put it in the chat. Somebody. Love that movie. Well, what is the movie? Tell me, to put it in there and tell me what it was. Christine, if I should know that and I don't, yes, football's driving me crazy because I want to watch my shows, and the Traveling Hoosiers got to watch football. Well, maybe you should ask for birthday or Christmas, maybe another TV, and maybe you guys can both pick out what you want to watch. And you can watch your own. That's pretty cool. Stephen King deal. It was a Stephen King movie. Okay, that might maybe why I don't know it. I'm not too much into that type of movie, but I know they're super popular. We call our Miata Mimi and our Subaru Winnie. Our truck we call Truck. You're taking the truck or truck? Yeah, that's great. Yes, almost named after you. Cars are meant to be driven. They rot and they sit parked, and then Mr. Mountain has to work on them. Yeah, that's right. I got to mess with them. So, I'm happy about this one. One thing I bought that I don't normally buy is the extended warranty. It wasn't that bad of a deal. It was a 3-year, and I'm like, wait, hold on. It's already got 27,000 miles. When it hits 36, this is over. That's going to be in no time. Nope. It's in addition to another 3 years or 36,000 miles from when you drive it off the lot. It's like, on a used car? Yeah. He gave me the price, and it was like bumper to bumper. You got to pay $100 deductible for peace of mind for 3 years. Not things I'm doing, but things that be done to the car. I think it was super worth it. Oh, Christine is the movie. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Um, Mine is just B, like Bumblebee. Hey, Dr. J, Mr. Mount, Man of Family, we won't want to take over your live stream. We're doing well. We can rest in the knowledge of knowing that Ruby is safe in heaven. I led off talking about you all, and we've been talking about you since the beginning of this live stream. Our hearts and prayers go out to you guys. I know you are strong in your faith, but at the same time, I certainly understand this must be a very difficult time for you and the family, and you're just wonderful people. And there's a community full of friendly folks here to send prayers and love. And it's really upsetting what you all had to go through, and I'm so sorry for your loss. Really am. But as people were mentioning, it's incredible your strength through your community posts and your updates through the videos about your wife, and just incredibly terrible. What happened, but I'm glad you were able to say hello tonight and be here. And I know this is there's never any good time of the year, but this time of the year is even more challenging. So friends are here, and prayers for you. Our hearts are here for you, and we pray and wish for your family the best in this difficult time for you all. So again, I'm glad that you're here and able to say hello to us. And I hope that you and your daughter can have, a support system. And I don't know if you have other family and such, or, that are being there for you, but at least the community sending out a love and prayers to y'all. What's cool about Christine is if she got a boo-boo, she instantly healed without a body shop. That sounds like the Terminator. By the way, that's great. I think I do remember seeing that movie. I don't remember if I watched it or not, but we've been listening from the first of the stream, was on the phone. We love you all, and God is good. Yes, for sure. And again, glad to have you here. And I apologize. The context switching, it seems so unnatural for such a serious subject. So, my apologies. I mean, from such a somber topic, and then we're carrying on about other threads. Please do know, for all of our lightheartedness and happiness, we all take very seriously what you've gone through. So, yeah, yes, definitely prayers for you. Yeah. Thank you very much. It's overwhelming, the love and support we have from our online family. Yeah. Yes, glad you are joining. Hey, Mr. Mount, man, quick hello. Happy Monday. It's already later for me being awake, but wanted to take time and wish you and Mr. Mount, man, and a family a very Merry Christmas, a safe and happy New Year. Absolutely, to you as well. Can you please tell us, do you at least have snow? I know you're probably not able to hang around to news notes. That will be the topic. Maybe not in the positive way, but I was curious if you will have a white Christmas. You should let us know. Let us know. Yes, very Merry Christmas to you all. Actually, in that, I'm going to go ahead because, again, as I mentioned, probably at the bottom of the hour, probably going to wrap it up because I did promise the kids I would watch a movie with them. So let me go ahead and get over here to housekeeping for the week of December the 20th, 2021. So, yeah, I didn't have a new video here, but I did have a new video over on the Eclectic Candy Man recently. So, don't I have a banner for that? Look at all these banners I have. Happy early Father's Day. Thank you for 1,000 subscribers. Um, I don't know. Um, hey, you guys remember this one? Do you think driving 10 to 15 miles an hour under the speed limit on the Blue Ridge Parkway is acceptable or annoying? That was a great conversation. Anyway, I don't have anything for the Eclectic Candyman here, but anyway, Eclectic Candyman had a video. And here's the thing about that video. I put it on the Eclectic Candyman because I wanted to go all in about the car and talk tech, mechanical, I should say, about the car. It really fit that better. But the video itself is actually quasi a travel vlog. So it's really more in the mountain man style from that aspect as opposed to like a tool review or something. So if you like the style of vlogs on this channel, watch that one because it's very mountain man-esque. In fact, I found it funny. I don't know if any of you all noticed, but I mean, it's not like I have dual personalities or anything, but everybody said, on the comments on that channel, like, "Hey, Mr. Mountain Man, great video." But that was the Eclectic Handyman channel. Not that people have to be like, "Hey, Eclectic Handyman, great video." But I just thought that was cool. So yes, let me check the comments and then I'll show a couple of pictures. I only had a couple of pictures. We are good. Please don't apologize. We completely understand. Some normalcy is good, and hopefully, maybe some sense of that tonight for you all. There is the Instagram account. Thank you very much at Mr. Mountain_man. Have a blessed night. Absolutely. And a Merry Christmas to you all. We have a little snow already. And yes, there's a storm coming for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Woo! We had a white Christmas last year in Asheville, North Carolina, and it was spectacular. We got home from church on Christmas Eve. I started grilling out. It went from like 55 degrees to like 28 in a matter of 1 hour. A front came through. It started snowing, snowed all night. We had a white Christmas, and it was awesome. Yes, very nice comment from Ted and Deborah Harrison there. Are you leaving too, Blondie? Okay, well, Merry Christmas to you. Hope you have a wonderful Christmas and with your family, and just have a very safe and Merry Christmas. And thank you, Foxy. I don't have a banner, but it's the Eclectic Candyman. So there it is right there. YouTube.com, the Eclectic Handyman. All right. So let me get back to the housekeeping. Let's go ahead and, I do plan on trying to make a video of some Christmas lights this week, and I'll try to get it turned around and edited as soon as possible since it's the spirit of the season. The good thing about the way I typically shoot the Christmas videos, the Christmas lights videos, is there's not a lot of narration by me or like on the scene explanation. It's more, if you watch my last two, which I put on the other week, it's more of like showing you the lights and letting the music and the season take over. So a little bit easier of a style of video to shoot. So I hope to get one created this week and turned around as quickly as possible. So there's a little bit of housekeeping there. Then the other thing, let's go ahead and share the screen. Share. Can I share the screen? Share a window. Let's look at the mountain man. I was terrible this week. I only did a couple of pictures, but they're cool pictures at least, right? Most of you who follow me have already seen this. Check out this deer. There was some debate, right? Like I said 8 point. So the total number, it was 4 on each antler. So does that constitute an 8, or it has to be 8 on each? I'm not a hunter. But I had to zoom. That's why the picture has some noise. That's the technical term for a picture that looks a little bit grainy, because if I got too close, then the deer would have run away. But you can see it looking right at me. The thing is, around where we live, we have female deer all the time, but the male deer seem to hide out and you don't see them as much. So it was pretty cool to see the buck there, and quite the set of antlers. I thought that was a great picture. I mean, it's not a great picture you're going to frame, but it's a cool picture and you can tell what it is. And then, yeah, so my parents sent a box of Omaha steaks as like a Christmas gift. Well, it wasn't all steaks. It's Omaha Steaks is the company. You guys are probably familiar that they send the goods in dry ice. By the way, if you've never heard of it before, things like that are amazing gifts. If you think about, people are always running around and trying to go to like Target or Walmart or Bed Bath and Beyond or Bath and Body Works and just buy something to stick in a package and give to your sister or your neighbor or maybe your parents or something like that. It's just something that people smile. And I'm not trying to belittle the gift giving process. I'm just saying though, as you get older, sometimes like having another thing isn't so much, but sending somebody food is pretty cool. And Omaha Steaks, you can get all these different packages. So my mom sent me, mom and dad sent, it had a bunch of stuff. Those gourmet hot dogs were huge. They were like twice the size. They were like as big as bratwurst. Those were like little petite sirloin steaks. There's chicken breasts. I haven't cooked these yet. There were apple fritters, I believe. There's burgers. There's ground beef that I'll make more burgers. Okay, so it was hot dogs, fritters, steaks, burgers, ground beef. Oh, and hash browns. Which I don't know. I mean, I love hash browns, but I mean, it was kind of, I guess what else are you going to send when it's frozen, right? So anyway, that was cool. I grilled up the hot dogs and the steaks first, and we'll have another round, probably this week or something like that. I'll try out the burgers. So yeah, so there's the old Instagram. And feel free to follow me and check it out if you would like to. Let me catch up on those comments. See if anybody said anything. It's faster to say than a eclectic candy man. Mr. Mountain Man, Triple M is faster to say. Right. So the eclectic T-E-H and T-E-H doesn't really like doesn't sound good like T-E-H. Like, so Triple M is a lot easier. Sounds like a wrestler's name or something, right? I have no idea. I don't hunt either. So then we're going to say it's an 8-point buck. You count the total. Okay. So Dr. J, he knew the answer. Okay. I hope to show some lights as well, but the cold temps and my arthritis don't work together, but I'll try. Absolutely. And if anybody, I mean, yeah, if you're not uncomfortable or anything, YouTube can take a big old back seat, have a nice Christmas and don't worry about, you all have heard me go on my extended, soapbox things about, when you do this as a hobby and it feels like homework, then you're in the wrong spot. And so, but you do get that pressure as a creator, like, I got to create something. It's the season. Everybody's doing it. I got to do it too. But you don't have to. Enjoy the season. Seriously. And then if there's lights are still up, they'll be there. And if not, do what I did and say, hey, go look at my old videos. They're still cool. They're still cool. I heard the funniest comment on a video recently. It is a popular channel that the guy isn't producing at the rate he used to. And he said, there's new videos every week. All you have to do is go back to all my old videos and watch one a week. I thought that was very clever. That was really cool. Skip that deer. I saw food. Right. That was the next one on the grill. Absolutely, Foxua. The number of points depends on the region you live in. That's my understanding anyway. Oh, okay. So some people are like, oh, you only got 4. That's 8. Yeah, you don't have to dust clean food. Like, I agree, Mr. Mountain. You don't have to dust or clean food like things. What was I talking about there? I'm sorry, Easy Rock. Silly old me is not connecting the dots. What I was thinking of for a second there is like when I did my Mount Mitchell video where I was talking about cleaning the grill. I got it. Pardon me. I was telling you that instead of having a thing, it's nice to send food. And you're saying you don't have to dust and clean food like the absolutely great point. Yes. Another little, I was trying to pick up something to make a point like, oh, thanks for the coasters. I'm probably sounding rude right now. I'm just saying that it does get to a point where like if you send somebody a gift card for a restaurant or a box of food or make something like brownies. Like I saw that Rita made Dr. J fudge, I believe, in that video. It looked like homemade fudge. I don't think it was store-bought. I mean, that is the Christmas gift right there. That is the best thing. I also saw fruitcake. I love that kind of stuff is awesome. So, I mean, not everybody likes fruitcake. I like fruitcake, but I like donuts and stuff like that. But those are great gifts. Um, but we've all been there. I'm speaking from personal experience where I've just bought a gift to make like something happen. Not for younger folks, but for adults. That's why another reason, if you are going to do a gift exchange like that, it's fun to do like a white elephant or something. Like if you have so we did a couple of things in my family. We didn't do the white elephant. I've done that at work in years past, and that was a lot of fun. $10 maximum white elephant gift exchange. Um, I'll go on another tangent. There was a real funny episode of The Office years ago where they did a white elephant gift exchange, and the manager, his name was Michael, he wanted to show off and have the best gift. So he bought like an iPod, which at the time, was like $300 or something. And all the people in the office were like, "You're not supposed to do that. It's a $10 maximum." He was trying to show off and wanted the best present. But white elephant gift exchange is really fun if you have a group of adults and you just want to keep it light. What we did in our family at one point is there were so many, the siblings and the kids, it got really expensive and kind of tough to, buy for everyone. So we started having a hat pull, like a pull a name out of a hat. And, whoever you got, that's who you were going to buy the Christmas gift for that year. So that worked pretty well too, if you're on a budget or something like that. I went to Newport Harbor Christmas cruise where the boats were all decorated in the fancy houses, but my video footage wasn't good at all. If it is at nighttime, that's where, so it's interesting because somebody just said randomly on my little Switzerland video recently, "Oh my gosh, what a great video. What did you shoot it with? What kind of camera?" It's just a cell phone. It's this LG G8. And it shoots wonderfully if you do it right. But getting to Larry's point here, and I have no idea, I'm just presuming, but you start getting into like low light shots and stuff like that. The video can come out like garbage because the cell phones don't do a good job with low light. I mean, you need to get into like a real like like the DSLR or whatever they're called now, that kind of more professional camera. And yes, everybody who has a YouTube channel like Lil LMR Collins, 1966, Larry, and all the other folks, Dr. J, you know, always promote everything you do here. Please do. Yeah, I wonder about this, by the way. Like there are some folks that aren't doing well. Fudge was amazing. Yes, that's pretty cool. I went ahead and looked at lights in the neighborhood last night. Oh, cool. There are so many in each yard. You just had to stop and look to see them all. It's great when people go to that effort and then you don't have to go, pay to see lights. I love it when there's nice neighborhoods that you can just drive through and see everybody's lights. Good night again, Lily. Merry Christmas to you. Yeah, videos at night. And so the only videos I've done at night are lights and because they're usually light, what do you want to say, like shows or events, there's so much light that it compensates enough to do okay. But if I was shooting something that was mildly dim, it would be pretty bad. Cruise was great, very different. Wish I could have shared it. Yeah, well, that stinks. Maybe learning experience. That's what we are, amateur YouTube. Some things are just like, how many times do I look at something on my phone? It sounds great, and then I get it to the big computer to chop it up and to edit the video, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what happened? The light or that sound, the wind is awful, that kind of thing. Yes, and Merry Christmas. Very, very Merry Christmas. All right, so let me get over to the news and notes for the week of December the 20th, 2021. By the way, guys, can you back to housekeeping, episode 99, 99. I mean, okay, 99, but it'll be 100, and that's neat, big numbers. But it's big, but at the same time, okay, it's 100. I'm not going to make it like it's world record or something like that. It's just cool because it's a triple digits. So yeah, it's actually a great thing for housekeeping. Will there be a live stream next week? I don't know. I want to keep it loose the day after. I have some time off work, trying to spend time with the family, and being flexible on what I'm doing and stuff like that. So right now, the intent is yes, there will be a live stream on December the 27th. But TBD, because the other thing is January 3rd is um I'm just not sure the next 2 weeks what the exact status. So be on the lookout for when episode 100 comes. If episode 100 rolls into the next year, for some reason I don't do it next week, I would probably also make that the year in review that I do, which I really enjoy and I think is a lot of fun. I did it last year and it was one of my favorite episodes. So anyway, but I would like to be on next week. All right, news and notes for the week of December the 20th, 2021. Before I get to that, let me just make sure if there were any comments. Yep, there we go. Our show, our story. They got their channel right there. Rough video taking week for me. If you remember, I went to the wrong theater last Monday. That's right. Yeah. Well, it's a busy time of the year, Larry. You had 9,000 things going on, the holidays, and probably, definitely, um, it's on par for this time of the year. Things slip, things happen, and but I'm sure that was frustrating. But you have so many good videos, you don't have a shortage of content. You do you. Will go with the flow. Love it. I will, and I appreciate that. Yes, you guys are always supportive. Hope you can make it on. Yeah, I'll do my best. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out for sure. All right, so let's go ahead and get this one going here. It's cool news, but it's not the news I wanted to report. All right. And you guys are probably not going to be surprised by this, but just a quick update on Kentucky girl. Foxy Wolf gave it there. Family issues set her back with the husband in the hospital, but she's hanging in there. Okay, prayers for her, please. Yeah, Kentucky girl's another one who's been on this channel for a long time. I mean, like hanging out and part of the community. So, prayers for her as well. All right, let me get that banner off of there. All right, will Asheville, let's just take this as Western North Carolina, have a white Christmas this year? Meteorologists say no chance. And that is absolutely right. I've been looking at the 10-day forecast ever since Christmas got within that time frame, and Christmas Day is like the warmest day in the next 10 days. From the article from the Asheville Citizens Times, this morning today, sudden frigid temperatures could have given the idea that a snowy Christmas is in the Asheville mist, but meteorologists say otherwise. Temperatures will stay in the high 20s, low 30s through Thursday night before spiking on Christmas Eve, when Asheville can expect temps in the low 90s. No, just seeing if you're listening. In the low 60s. National Weather Service meteorologist Doug Outlaw. What a cool name, Doug Outlaw. I'm Doug Outlaw. Doug Outlaw said Christmas Day will follow suit in the mid 60s. That's no fun. No rain is expected in the coming week. By the way, guys, a page out of Foxy's book, we have not been getting any rain. We bought some plants and we planted them in like September, and we've had like 2 rains since then, which feels weird because you're like, oh, it's not the growing season, but they still need water. They're pine, so they still grow. But it's really been, we did have some rain last week and we got some good rain, but it has been inconsistent. The sudden cold weather sweeping over Asheville December the 20th through the 23rd is a result of a fast-moving cold front moving south from Canada, Outlaw said. It will have moved through by next week, when temperatures are expected to be in the 50s and 60s from Christmas Day through the end of the year. That stinks. I wanted to do something in the snow with the kids, but whatever. Overall, this winter has been warmer than usual. We're running just a bit above normal for the year for Asheville, adding that the last time the area had a winter this warm was in 2015. Outlaw said Asheville typically has 1.5 inches of snow by late December. This year, there has been no snowfall other than Western North Carolina's highest elevations. The majority of snowfall occurs in January and February. Possibility of any snow, listen to this, the possibility of any snow is not anytime soon. We'll have to wait till January to see if we're going to have any snow at all. That's depressing. I mean, if it's going to be winter, let's get into the winter mood. Let's get the snow. We don't need any ice, but let's get some snow. Let's get the sleds out and let's go sledding and have some fun and take some nice pictures and do some stuff like that. That's the one thing is we do live in Western North Carolina, but North Carolina is still the South, and so it's not like we're in Vermont or Minnesota or Wisconsin or something where winter is like winter. I mean, here, that's why people move here because we have, moderate winters, a lot of days, high 53, low 34 kind of stuff like that. And a lot of people like that. They're like, I don't want the snow. I lived in New Jersey my whole life and I shoveled snow the whole time and it was snow, snow, snow. So I went to Florida, but then Florida's too hot. So I moved back to North Carolina. That kind of thing. So anyway, there's a lot of people that don't like the snow and this is why, but I don't need to be tons of snow, but I do like the snow. Let me catch up on the comments before I move to the next article. JQ says, hello. Hi, Mr. Mountain. Merry Christmas to you and yours and to everyone, to you as well. And I hope you are having a great start to your week and a nice Monday. Foxy says it's going to be in the 80s at the end of the week. Ugh, just like the emoji. That is not Christmas. But Larry wants the 80s. Larry, not at Christmas, right? I mean, I don't know. Spend a couple of Christmases in Florida and then you might be missing Sandusky, Ohio. Let's see, but maybe not. I don't know. Rita likes the 60s. Christmas is fine with me over there in Middle Tennessee. And we will get that. Don't forget to put some flat cardboard in your car trunk for spontaneous sledding. Yes, that was a recommendation from AZ Rock last year because we went on a trip and we chased the snow. We didn't have to go far. Another one of my great fun videos of the few that I made in 2021. We did go up I-26 almost to the Tennessee border. There's this little exit ramp. It's not a rest area. It's like a scenic area. And they had some hills there and people were like sledding and we didn't have anything. But like AZ Rock said, you could do that. That's a great idea. Dr. J wants a warm Christmas. Well, this year you get your Christmas wish because I'm sure Tennessee is going to be the same. Although last year, kind of like jokingly cranky, we are actually over here in Asheville, a higher elevation than Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge. I'm not talking about Klingman's Dome and like going up there. That's like duking out between Mount Mitchell and stuff like that. But when you talk about the cities, Asheville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, Asheville is like double in elevation. Like Pigeon Forge, when I open up the altimeter, it's like 800 or 900 feet, and Gatlinburg is like 900 or 1,000, something like that. So it's definitely in the valley, so it can be warmer. They were getting snow last year, and we weren't getting any. So I was like, why are they getting snow, and we don't get the snow? I mean, I get it, weather patterns and all that kind of stuff, but we're at a higher elevation, and it should be a little bit cooler. But yeah, you guys, you get your warm Christmas. Be careful if you have any snow with 550 horsepower. I can get out of control in good conditions, right? That's a conversation on the forums is like a lot of people don't drive their cars. We talked about. I have always driven my cars, including even my Cobra, in light snow. Once they start putting salt down, I'm not usually going any place anywhere, especially now living in the mountains and stuff. But we have a minivan. We'd take that out if need be. But yeah, no, you're right. And technically, the tires that came on the car, they're Nito tires and they're technically summer tires, but I'm not going to. They're super expensive to replace. I'm just taking it easy on them. I'm not gunning it. So yes, yielding to that, you can get squirrely pretty quickly. Christmas and 70 degrees the next day. I like snow on Christmas, 70 degrees the next day. I got you. That's what I used to say, actually, when I lived in Florida. I used to say that. I've forgotten that. For those years I lived there, the early years, I said, I love the cold weather. But I used to change it. I said until January 2nd, and then it can go away, because that was my thought was like, I liked the cold only during the Christmas season, but as soon as it was after New Year's, go right back to the heat and I'll skip it. I have since changed a little bit. I'm okay with it. The only part I've mentioned multiple times that the winter brown season starts to go wrong long in the tooth for me can be maybe February, early March. The end of the physical season of winter, but yeah. Horrors if that new Cobra or Shelby were to go sliding in some snow. I know. You spent some in Florida. Did you like it? Yeah, I could do a day of snow a year for Christmas. Okay. Good memory. Yes. Well, I can't remember connecting the comment from 5 minutes ago, but I can remember the beginning of the year. We had a very white Christmas last year. Yes, that's what I was reminiscing about last year. We got home from church and it went from like 55 degrees to like 28 in a matter of an hour. It started snowing. Everybody was happy. It was great. We had a white Christmas. So we were sledding on Christmas Day. And I was telling the kids, I'm like, you just soak this up because this is not going to happen every year. And sure enough, it's going to be like 65 degrees this year. We have a couple of feet of snow about an hour away from me in Cali in the mountains. Right. So you can go after it. Now, Larry, you technically aren't you considered the snow belt, or is it a little different? Because like where my grandfather lived in Erie, Pennsylvania, which is straight over what 80, 90 or whatever. And they got crazy lake effect snow. I can't remember if you did or not. I remember Yitz went sliding in a cemetery last Christmas and about got stuck. You mean in their car, or they were like sliding in the sleds? But I'm assuming you mean in the car. You have watched too many Hallmark movies with the Christmas snow in your brain. This year. Yeah. Well, I like the comment. I honestly, I haven't watched any this year. My wife, so here's a funny story. We hadn't watched any Christmas movies like that. We've watched like Christmas movies like Christmas Vacation and Charlie Brown Christmas and some other Christmas movies. I can't remember, but we're like, all right, let's take a crack at one of these holiday movies on Hallmark, like, or something. And so we turn on one because we haven't watched any. And we only like the ones where they have snow. Well, anyway, the snow's fake in those movies, but where they have snow. And the one we turned on, they went to like Phoenix, Arizona in the movie. I'm like, I'm not watching the first holiday movie that we've had time to sit down and watch. And they're going out to Arizona in the desert. So we turned it off after like 20 minutes. We don't get the lake effect snow here in Cleveland, like Cleveland does. Okay. And it was in Yitz's car that they were sledding. Yeah. That Jeep, though, I would think would be pretty good, but I'm not 100% sure on. Speaking of which, I don't know if I replied to your comment, Foxy. I can't. I did reply to it. If I wasn't driving a Mustang, I've always said I had the Jeep, and I did mention the Rubicon, and I know some are a little overpriced and all that stuff. Listen, if I've nailed one thing down, I don't buy new cars. I find what I want on a used car, and that's mildly used, but it's just come way down in price, and so that I can get the kind of car that I want. And that's what I did. Now, I mean, I bought a 2009. Most people are like 2009, that's old, but that's what I did. Hallmark are all the same. Girl goes hometown, saves something, meets Uncle Handyman. They fall in love, save Christmas for the town. It's funny because there's two channels, and the DNA of those movies is exactly like Larry says. They almost ad nauseum, they're the same. And the man and the woman will end up kissing literally with about 15 seconds left in the movie. They will finally fall in love, credits roll, and then they start the next movie. Then over on Lifetime, they do Christmas movies. They were actually first, I think, and then Hallmark took over. But Lifetime will put their movie flavors usually like, what if you married a different guy? Like I guess this is for women who second guess if they married the right guy. They want to fantasize. So they have all these Christmas movies about women marrying, like having dreams about marrying somebody else. And then they find out that their life isn't as bad as they thought it was. So it's pretty crazy. Yeah. Then I was mentioning Lifetime's the same, a little different. They go for a little different stuff. All right. Let me go to the next article here. Another one. This was cool. I really like that picture. And I think, and I had seen this during the week. Obergatlenberg slopes to stay closed for upcoming weeks due to unusually warm weather. So from that diagram there in the yellow, it says daytime solar heating warms the slopes. And then in red, it says heat radiates from the warm ground and rises, trapping the cool air in the valley and creating the inversion. And then it says after sunset, air rapidly cools and sinks to the valley floor. Well, it's the old, cold air sinks, hot air rises, I think, kind of thing. We even see that here. Like you can actually be a little bit higher in elevation and be warmer than when you go down into the valley. That is can be a little bit cooler, especially in the morning time. From this article, Obergatlenberg announced Friday, that's this last Friday, they would not be able to open their slopes in the upcoming weeks for skiing and snowboarding. They said they are facing unique weather patterns that push warmer air up into the mountains, causing temperatures to rise above the threshold needed to make snow. They said the phenomenon is known as temperature inversion and is caused when large pockets of cold air settle in valleys and low-lying areas. As it settles, the warmer air is pushed up into the higher elevation, causing temperatures to rise in the mountains. Officials said that on one night they saw 37-degree weather in downtown Gatlinburg, but 61-degree weather on the mountain. That is something else because the elevation change going up Ski Mountain Road, it's a couple thousand, I think, in elevation, but it's not like 6,000 difference. Obergatlenberg said they're staying vigilant and will look for chances to make snow to prepare for the slopes for skiers and snowboarders despite unusually warm December weather. And while thermal inversion may prevent them from opening the slopes, said it can also make for good sightseeing as pockets of mist form on ridge lines and in valleys. They also said while the slopes may be closed, there are other kinds of holiday fun to be had at Ober, like snow tubing, alpine slide, and the aerial tramway, as well as ice skating, which the old Mr. Mountain has done before. And so I love Obergatlenberg. If there is one big shock that I haven't had a video on this channel, it's from Obergatlenberg. Once in the summer and once in the winter. I love that place. It is my favorite place in the city of Gatlinburg to go. Not everybody likes it. I think it's fantastic. We've gone up there in the summer and done the whatever that bobsled thing is, and the tram that goes up to the top, and all the rides. They have water slides that you don't have to wear bathing suits on. You wear your street clothes and shoes because they're deep walled. So you might get a little bit wet, but it's like 80, 90 degrees outside. So I just think it's a great thing that they got going on up there. We used to love to eat at the restaurant. I mean, I would go back to the restaurant. I used to get like a steak up there and stuff. They're supposed to have sometimes at that restaurant has like a theater and they do like Oktoberfest. I mean, that's a cool place. I like Gatlinburg. I mean, Obergatlinburg. Well, I like Gatlinburg, but I like Obergatlinburg. Food Network has Christmas movies now. Well, everybody's putting their hat in the ring, and why not? It's probably like some gazillion dollar business, right? Ray Drummond was in a movie. It's going to be a bummer for a lot of skiers. Yeah, like right now, I don't know if any of the mountains. I think for I'm no ski expert, but my guess is that you would need to at this point go up to West Virginia. It's called it's right off I-77. It's I-77 West Virginia skiing. I forget the name of the place. I used to remember the name of the place. Snowshoe Mountain is probably where folks would probably need to go at this point, is my guess, in order if you were skiing and you're from the Tennessee, North Carolina area. I'm not aware of any in Virginia. There may be some. The thing about Virginia, well, I mean, that part of Virginia that comes over by North Carolina, Tennessee is really low population. Like the only city in Western Virginia that's of any population that I know of is Withville, which is right at I-81 and I-77. So anyway, the trip back home in the car took longer, but it was more fun and more comfortable. Oh, that's cool. From where, Rita? Which trip back home are you talking about? You're not talking about which trip are you talking about? Remind me which trip. You have not been to Obergattenberg. It's worth it. Probably, I would recommend summertime. The tickets are about all you can ride all day. I think they're 25 or 30 a person, so it's a little bit of a treat. But I think you'd enjoy it, to go up there and to check it out. Just find a sunny day. Since you guys are kind of local there, you could probably, if you had a day during the week, that would be really good. Yeah, cooking channels should cook. Stick to cooking. Do what you do best. Um, yeah, we don't know how to cook either. Going to be a lot of frozen foods for a bit here. Not exactly great content for our channel. Um, well, yeah, I mean, but the cooking channel, maybe they can help. I'm not a great cook either. I know how to grill and I can make eggs. I can make macaroni and cheese and sandwiches and like things in the microwave. Um, Yeah, I know. I mean, that's one of the things we're all disconnect or remote. Like even some of my friends that I've been friends with for a long time, it's just the way the world is now. Like everybody's like kind of, I think 20, 30 years ago, people, you couldn't, there was no internet. You had to have relationships that were close. You were forced to if you wanted to interact with people. But now it's very different. And so, yeah, I live in Tennessee, but I'm a half mile from Southwest Virginia, and there is nothing in that part of Virginia. Just a few super small former coal mining towns. Beautiful country, though. It sure is, JQ. Like when we drive through there, like on I-81 or 77, it's gorgeous. But you're right. From my recollection, it was low population. There's really nothing happening there. And so, what my point was, I didn't think there were any ski slopes in Western Virginia. So you'd have to go because obviously what I was trying to deduce here was that the farther you go north, the cooler it would get and the potential for the skiing. So it was my car trip that you were talking about. Yes, to go back to that comment, which Rita had said the trip back home in the car took longer, but it was more fun and more comfortable. Yes. I actually had a good plane flight out there. It wasn't so bad. And but the trip back was wonderful. I was just so pleased to be in the car and I just enjoyed every minute. Like as I got closer to home, I wanted to get home to see the family, but at the same time I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so great." Like I probably won't go on a trip this long in this car again. This is really pretty unique. I don't know of any ski slopes or areas up here. Yeah. So yeah, I think snowshoe, and then you got to come back down to North Carolina and you've got Sugar Mountain, Cataloochee, Beach Mountain. And there's one other one that I'm forgetting. But thank you for the report, JQ. Hey, Big Daddy. Hope you're having a great start to your week and a nice Monday. Let me go to the next one. Here are the most searched Christmas cookies by state. This was a fun article. Check that out. I don't know if you can squint and look in there, but this was from Google Trends. So Google, can keep metrics on, what people are searching and stuff like that. So this is a chart here. It says Christmas cookies, uniquely searched Christmas cookies by state over the past week. Actually, those dates were from November the 29th to December the 6th. But if you look in here, there's actually some legitimacy if you look close enough. From the article, Snowball cookies, sugar cookies, Snoopy cookies, just a few at the top of the list. Most searched Christmas cookies by state this holiday season. Christmas cookies fudge was among the most searched, topping out the list in Nebraska, Indiana, Oklahoma, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Louisiana. Some of the other searches included Italian Christmas cookies, keto Christmas cookies, snowball cookies, Christmas sugar cookies, and the not so popular lemon Christmas cookies, I would like cherry Christmas cookies. Never had them, but I like cherry and I like cookies. Swedish Christmas cookies, broke it down into 5 categories: flavor, shape, substitute ingredients, internationally aspired, and other. States like the Western U.S. primarily search for cookie flavors like sugar cookies and peppermint. State throughout the South searched other cookies like Christmas cookie, ice cream, and cake. North Central and Midwest states have been searching for substitute ingredients, while many New England states have Googled internationally inspired cookies and primarily Italian Christmas cookies. Yeah, so if you look at Pennsylvania right there, they have Italian Christmas cookies. A lot of Italians live in Pennsylvania. It looks like Delaware has Italian. It looks like Maryland has Greek Christmas cookies. In DC, has old-fashioned Italian Christmas cookies. That's interesting. A lot of Italian up there in the Northeast, like a lot. Oh, looks like Massachusetts has Swedish Christmas cookies. Okay. Ohio and Michigan have snowball cookies. I don't get that. I don't even know what a snowball cookie is. And I'm from Ohio. Gluten-free cookies up there in Wisconsin. It's pretty funny. Washington, vegan Christmas cookies. Idaho likes peppermint Christmas cookies. Montana wants gluten-free. And looks like Wyoming and Colorado want keto Christmas cookies. North Dakota has Norwegian Christmas cookies. And what do we got there? Kansas has M&M Christmas cookies. And so I didn't mention ours. Let's go North Carolina, Tennessee. And since somebody said Virginia, Virginia has, that sounds delicious. I'm having to squint to see it. Doughy, gooey Christmas cookies. That I would love. Doughy, gooey Christmas. I like soft cookies. Christmas cookie fudge is Tennessee, and North Carolina has Christmas cookie ice cream. So anyway, fun article. I thought that was pretty cool. Let's see here. I don't know of any ski slopes. Oh, sorry. Trying to find here. While I'm thinking about it, contact me on our Facebook page. Want to chat with you about something? No hurry when you can. I will check that out. I don't think I had looked at that before. I will make sure to look at that. I make cherry cookies. Recently made Cherry Garcia that were a big hit. I would be all over those cherry cookies. I'm telling you that. And Cherry Garcia, that sounds really good. Snowball cookies are like wedding cookies with powdered sugar. Okay. I have had those then. I just didn't know that's what they were called. I want to make some of the cookies Lily has been showing on her channel. Hopefully I will make some tomorrow, Wednesday. Nice. We love all cookies, but prefer super thin, crispy cookies. That sounds really good too. Like little vanilla ones or what kinds? I call BS on this list. From Ohio and live in Michigan. Don't really know what a snowball Christmas cookie is. Yeah, that's what I said. I'm from Ohio. But when they said those wedding cookies with powdered sugar, I think those were the ones that ended up on like an eclectic tray at Christmas time. That like my grandparents would make and stuff. I'll eat any kind of cookie. Not good for me, but I'll eat it. I got some broken ribs going on. And I cannot lift much or do much in the kitchen. Oh, well, Foxy Wolf, take care of those ribs. And please don't do much. Just buy the cookies if you can at the grocery store. Just get some soft batch cookies or something like that. Get something like that. Let me get over to the last, which is Western North Carolina forecast. And as you can see, as I mentioned, it's getting cool, then it gets warmed up. 40s, 50s, up to 60s, lows in the 40s, no chance of snow, but it won't be terrible weather. So anybody who's traveling, that's the silver lining here. Anybody who's traveling, anybody who's going around, be driving, you're going to have safe travels. It looks like it's going to be very nice. And if you are traveling somewhere far enough where the weather is inclement, please be extra careful. So that will do it for the news and notes of the week for December 20th, 2021. Couple core comments, and I'm going to wrap it up because, like I said, I promised the kids I was going to watch a movie with them this evening. It's already 9:30. I don't want them to get to bed too extremely late. Yeah, I don't even know what a wedding cookie is. Yeah, so that's the ones. Yeah, and I hope you do heal fast. Yeah, if I would have said a Christmas cookie from Ohio, I don't know what they would have been. Oatmeal raisin? I don't know. I don't know what. Like I said, my grandmother would have like one of those trays that was like all different kinds of cookies, that would bake all kinds of things. And there were cookies with sugar sprinkles on top. Maybe one of those are what's called like a snowball cookie. Slow go so far. I'm tired of this, but Hokie is taking good care of me. Yes. Merry Christmas, y'all. It's been great chatting with y'all. To you as well, Dr. J, to your family, especially to you all. A Merry Christmas. And again, our hearts, thoughts, and prayers are with you in this time for sure. Cool stream. Welcome to the stream, Nethercraft. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And Merry Christmas to you and to anybody who's new here. So happy you have Hokey to help. Hokey is the dog. Yes. Oh, and we have somebody, Beach Walk and a Joke. Merry Christmas to y'all from a YouTube channel, Beach Walk and a Joke. Yes. Welcome to the channel. And thank you so much. Appreciate two new names here, Nethercraft and Beach Walk and a Joke. Merry Christmas to you all and welcome to the channel. Appreciate it. Be careful with your doings. Give those ribs time to heal. Yes. We like to have the only time we like to talk about ribs is when we're talking about ribs on the grill being slow smoked, not when people have bruised or broken ribs. That's not fun at all. Enjoy the movie with your family, Mr. Mountman. Merry Christmas to you and all. Yes, yes, we will. And I appreciate it. Listen, I hope everybody has a wonderful, happy, and Merry Christmas. And, keep an eye out on the channel. I'll stay connected and post some pictures on Instagram. I wish you and your family all a wonderful, happy time. Hopefully everybody can slow it down a little bit and just enjoy and relax. I know this is a very hectic time of the year, but I think in the truest sense, in the spirit of the season, it is to ratchet it down a little bit, relax, take a beat before the end of the year and just be with friends and family and loved ones. My wife was telling me stories today about people were tearing her a new one because of how her cart was blocking somebody at the grocery store and how she parked at the post office. People are getting ornery, and it's a shame because this time of the year is not supposed to be like that. It should be much more peaceful and enjoying time. I hope everyone has a safe and wonderful holiday season. And remember the reason for the season. Yes, Foxy, thank you. That is a great follow-up. Be safe, everyone, says AZ Rock. Foxy Wolf says, thanks, everyone. Rita, it's been such a fun time tonight. Hope to see you next week. If not, Merry Christmas to you and everyone. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you, Rita. Merry Christmas to all. Larry says, stay safe and a great live stream as always. Thank you so much, Larry. Appreciate it. Ted and Deborah Harrison, Merry Christmas to all. Wonderful live stream. Have a safe one. Drink some eggnog. Have to get some eggnog. I just remembered that today. Got to pick up some eggnog. Some people make it. Good night and happy Christmas, everyone. Bedtime for me. 5 a.m. comes early. Yes, JQ. Thank you for being here. Big Daddy, glad you were able to make it at the tail end. Merry Christmas. Hope you feel better, Foxy Wolf. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to all of you and to all a good night. I hope you have a wonderful week. Take care. We'll see you next time on the Mountain Man Monday live stream. Merry Christmas, everyone.